This was Embarkation Day for our Mexican Riviera cruise on the Carnival Splendor in February of 2019. Going on this cruise was fulfilling one of my mom's bucket list items, so it was a very special trip. After embarkation, we decided to explore the ship a little bit. Hit the Lido deck, and you see Lily dancing here. Took some pictures down here, ate some lunch, and then went upstairs, look at the mini golf course, and just took some more pictures. Great views all around, the Queen Mary and the Dome, and just good time with the family. The girls were still at an age where they were taking midday naps, so we did that before heading to the Lido for sail away. Carnival really knows how to bring the fun, and sail away was no exception. Good times and good music really set the tone for the rest of the trip. In the center there is our cruise director, Kindle Fire. Oh my gosh, she's such an awesome cruise director. I might be biased because she was like my first cruise director, but no, she's really good. After taking time to get familiar with the layout of the Splendor and enrolling the girls in Camp Ocean, we finished the day with dinner at the Pinnacle Steakhouse. On our first sea day, we didn't really know what to do with ourselves, so we kind of just explored the ship a little bit more and really just took in the sights of the ocean and getting some of that fresh air. Of course, as soon as it was warm enough, the girls wanted to go swimming. Now, warm enough is really a relative term because it wasn't really that warm. Remember, this is still late February. But the girls would not be deterred, and they wanted to swim. Say hi to the camera! Hi! Hi! This night was our first elegant night. What Carnival does, they just bring the fun. It's another example of that. The waiters just dancing to some upbeat music. It was super fun. Everybody got into it, as you'll see. It was just a really good time. And of course, here's Emily chowing down on her dessert. She had some chocolate cake and some ice cream. And then of course, being elegant night, I had to have the prime rib and the lobster tails. Can't go wrong with 2 entrees. One of my favorite things about cruising. After dinner, we hit the Spectacular Theater to watch the onboard show. I don't know, I was just really jazzed that the theater was called Spectacular, one of my favorite sequences of Moulin Rouge. But after the show, we hit the hay because the next day was our first port day in Cabo. One of the coolest things about Cabo San Lucas is that Unlike Puerto Vallarta or Mazatlan, the ship can't dock, so you actually have to take a tender to the port, which is kind of cool. You get a little boat, which the girls loved, and then you just kind of jet on the way down to the port. The port is super busy, so be aware of that when you get there. There's tons of vendors trying to get you to take their tours. We didn't do any of that though. We kind of just stayed around the port area, mainly because of the girls. We don't want to walk too far with them, so we kind of just had snacks at Senior Frogs. Courtney and I had a couple margaritas, and then of course some chips and salsa and some guacamole. Overall, Senior Frogs wasn't too bad. The girls got these cool balloon hats, and of course the girls loved them, so they insisted on wearing them. Once we were done, we decided to do a little bit of shopping in the little indoor market. By this time though, the girls were tired, they were exhausted, so we went back to the ship. After their midday nap, the girls were re-energized, and this time we hit the kids' water park. This was pretty cool. There were splash pads and small water slides for the girls to get into. The girls had a really great time. Because it was a port day, there was really nobody there. Best time to go do anything on the ship is on a port day. Everybody else is off the ship, so you've got the pool and the water park all to yourselves. As always, if you like this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking this video, and hitting the notification icon so you can get notifications for any time we have updates on this channel. So after dinner, we decided to do some karaoke. As per usual, Courtney blew the doors off of her rendition of Heart's Alone. Now my mom chose to do her old standby, which was Patsy Cline's Crazy. This was a very important time for my mom because during her illness, she really wanted to see if she could still sing this song. And I think she did really well.
Crazy for loving you. You deserve a shit. You deserve a...
And that pretty much wraps up days 1 through 3 on our cruise on the Carnival Splendor in February of 2019. Please stay tuned for the second half of this series where we visit Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and a couple sea days.